Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity Podcast. This is episode 24 and I am Carolien. You can find me online as Carolien on Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. There is little Binx also introducing himself. Hi, my name is Binx and I lick a lot on every wound I have because my sister bit me while play fighting, real fighting. Poor little thing. Maybe you can see it here. On his head he has a few, on his belly a few. And it's washi time! Woohoo! So, there is a group for this podcast and for the yarn. That is the Colourful Creativity group on Ravelry. There is an Etsy shop, which is kralalien.etsy.com. And of course there are show notes on the blog, which is blog.kralalien.nl. So, welcome everyone. Welcome back all returning viewers. Happy you are back again. And also welcome all new viewers. I'm very happy you checked me out. And if you like it here, subscribe. And we'll see you back next time also, hopefully. So, yeah. I guess I have company immediately. They were sleeping upstairs, but I rattled with their candy jar. So now I have two cats in the room, which is nice. Because I like them having around instead of the quiet house with them sleeping. And this mister apparently is glued to me. So I will just start with the finished objects. Maybe you can see it. I am wearing one. It is my exploration station. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy this is out the needles and I tucked away the ends very well because I'm not really finished yet, but this is how it looks. And of course it's way too big for the camera. Here. Hiding the Binxer. So I have been weaving in ends, but there are so many. I can show you the back. Like I went from this side all the way to this side, and I think I am about here now. So I have to do this, and these are 25 ends, people. Craziness, but it's also crazy beautiful. So it's worth it. And after that I will have to block it, even though I love wearing it already because it's so nice and soft and squishy. But with weather of about 30 to 35 degrees Celsius and a lot of humidity, I can tell you I don't need this. So, and I'm not wearing it. I just wear it to show you. And I'm very happy I can just get it off again. So Binx is now trying my cold brew iced tea. Leia already did that as well, and I'm showing you a little clip of that. Yeah, someone now has iced tea in his nose. So I think I will just take my iced tea and take a sip while I can. So, hopefully that was a scare enough. Oh, now the Leia nose is also coming. Probably rechecking. This is just too funny. No, totally innocent. I did not do anything. So I lifted the whole thing with a tripod. Sorry for that interruption. Yeah, on this one, it's like 30-35 degrees Celsius. I think it's 90 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. But the humidity is really high. We have thunderstorms. We have just a little bit of drizzle rain, and it's so freaking hot and sweaty. So, not really the weather you want to finish a shawl in. But hey, when the weather turns colder, I am ready for it. And beautiful I-cord edging. Took me 3 days. Tuesday night, I started on Monday with the bind off, and Tuesday I was almost finished. I think I had 75 stitches. I think it was about this, but I had to go to bed. I thought I will just have to go to bed now and finish this tomorrow, because otherwise I will be sleeping on the couch and my needles will just slip and I will have my stitches everywhere instead of where I want them. And I finished this Wednesday morning. So, yay! What's there to say? Well, it is a pattern by Stephen West. You might remember where I was last time if you saw that. I was here, so I did all this in 2 weeks. And I have to admit, this was almost the only thing I worked on. So, and of course the Tour de Fleece, which I will show you the finished objects for now. Ta-da! This one I was working on last time. I had, I think, finished half of the braid and did like, oh yeah, I had broken my yarn. Or the thread was broken and I just lost it. I have not found it again. It was just gone. Probably felted in with another piece or something. And I was working on the second 50 grams. So I finished that. And here's a close up if it focuses. Hello. Yes, there it is. It's a real nice thick and thin, but it's my first ever, so I'm totally okay with that. It was 123 meters for, I think it was 98 grams, and there's a little bit left on the bobbin, which I will try and see if I can do my first Navajo ply with this. I never did that, but it's a tour of learning, I think, with your first Tour de Fleece, so I like it. And I really love the spinning, and it's just so much fun. And then there's this, and there's a story to tell with this, of course. This is a merino, and I made some bats myself with merino and a little bit of sparkle Angelina, and also a tiny bit of silk, because I got myself a drum carder very unexpectedly, and I have to admit I have put it away because I want to show it to you next time, because I have a lot of acquisitions and I split it up. The drum carder I will show you next time, but I will tell you about it. And it was secondhand. It came by on Instagram. I was already in bed and I thought, no buying. It was only two minutes old, that photo. I thought, no, don't get the drum carder. No, it was exactly the drum carder I wanted if I wanted a drum carder. So a minute later I said, yes, it's mine. So really, with my spinning wheel, it took like 2 months. Like, no. Oh, you still have it? It's mine. The drum carder only took me 1 minute extra. So, and I am not really a fan of bats yet, or it was merino bats, I'm not sure. It is very thick and thin. It's 54 meters for 52 grams. It kept breaking and I really have to learn to work with it, and maybe I have to change tension on my wheel and everything else, but I don't know how that works yet. I'm still figuring it out. that's what you do when you learn it by doing instead of when you get lessons. And yeah, I really like it, and I have done quite a lot, and everybody says they really enjoy looking at my progress and my whole spinning story in the past few weeks. So yeah, it's a lot of fun in the Tour de Fleece working on it. It's way more fun than just leaving my spinning wheel in a corner and catching dust. So those are the finished objects, I think. Oh no, I have another. Well, I think this is a half finished object. I am not sure what I will do with it. So I have finished spinning on this mini Turkish spindle. It is a 3D printed by New Age Spinning, and here you can see I did it the wrong way around. This is supposed to be on top and this is supposed to be on the bottom. Yeah, well, beginner's failure. This is a merino and it's really thin. Now I know you can, on this very light spindle, you can just spin so really thin. This is just a beautiful thin thread, and I guess I will just make a little cake of it and then ply it with itself so I get all the length. Or I might just do it with something else, but this was just a little bit of fluff to try. And I know now that I can spin really thin and nice and even with a spindle. It goes really slow, so that was what I noticed. Spinning on a spinning wheel is so fast. I can do like 50 grams in an evening and really enjoy it. And of course it's not perfect yarn. It's not really nice and even thin, and it's still really beginner's yarn. But still, maybe if I would go a bit slower I would be having more time to make it nice and even, but that's just not for now. I'm not going for perfect yarn yet. I'm going for making meters and feeling it and changing tension and just trying it all out. So, you want to see whips, right? And I have to say, this was almost the "oh no, there are no socks" episode, but I found out yesterday and I fixed that. So let me catch this one and put it up here, because there was a cat who loved it more than I do. What shall I start? I will start with what's in my yarn bowl, because when you finish a West Knits pattern you can start a new one. And I took this one, this huge, yeah, it's not a ball, it's not a hank, it's not skein, it's a bobble, how they call it. Well, it is a big ball of Unica. I will just call it a ball, and I put it in my yarn bowl because I love it. I love to see a rainbow in the house. It's the same stuff as that's what I showed you last week. And I started a dotted race shawl, and I only started it, and the thingy, the stitch marker, is for the front, because, well, with a garter stitch I like to know what my front is and not be mistaken with my right side and wrong side. And I am knitting these, I'm almost scared to say, on my Knit Pro Symphony 3.5 millimeters interchangeable needles, because I was knitting these on my Haya Sharps and I was losing stitches. I felt so clumsy, and knitting with Unicut is really new to me. This is a loose, an unplied yarn. You can see there's just 4 threads. It's cotton acrylic 50-50, And knitting with cotton is new to me. So I'm not a fan yet of knitting with this. Crochet I can get into, but knitting, there's no stretch in here at all. It's already tight. It is really soft, and I have seen so many pretty examples of the Daughter's Race with Unicat that I'm really determined to go on with this. But my, this was really a struggle. So, and after doing this part, because of course I cast it on before finishing my exploration station, I have to look at Leia because she's sniffing my handspun. And I put it away because I thought, no, this is no fun. I have to finish my exploration station first also. So I did finish that first and put this aside. She just jumped on the table. Mrs. Naughty Pants. And then she protested. You heard that. And I cannot. Can I? Oh, yes I can. Here is the magic thingy to keep her from doing that. Yes, Binx, your sister is naughty. If you think she's talking to herself, well, yes, frankly I am, of course. I'm talking to you, which is the camera, and it is talking to myself, but Binx is sitting next to you on that side. So, Dotted Race West Knits. For those of you who don't know the pattern, in my knit and stitch bits bag is a project, but I also keep all my patterns in here because my other project bags are too small. Let me find a nice photo of it. Here it is. You can see. Hopefully. And yeah. I think this is my third West Knits project. I did the Doodler and the Exploration Station. Yeah. I'm already thinking, because I had so much, I had exactly the right amount of yarn left to do another Exploration Station. Should I do another one in the same colors, but just change the order of the colors? I'm not sure. I really like the idea though. So let me put that on the ground. Let me put this one on the ground. Nice and handy. Yeah, so next up is my kitty bag. Worn and torn. And in here is my trace. And trace is actually my on the road project and coming to me everywhere. And everywhere was not a lot this week. It was like from here to there. But that's fine. We will be going a lot of other places together, I guess. I was going to the hairdressers this week and I thought I would take the scenic route, and I did that. So I had a nice tour through the forest, very close to us, and that was a lot of fun because she was with me and I was knitting in the forest. I only did one round and then I sat in the sun on a day with 35 degrees, so I thought, no, this is not the right spot. I will go home and knit at home on my other projects. Unfortunately, I sat in some tar, so my shorts are very dirty now. My butt has all black spots. I found some remover, so I have to try if that works. Otherwise, I have to go shopping. I hate that because when you have ever your favorite shorts and you only have one short pair of pants and the rest is all long, or you have skirts, but sometimes you just want to wear a short and nice and easy and simple, and then you ruin it like that. I just hate it when that happens. So, knitting this trace. Trace is a pattern by Puck Vossen, and it's the Summer Trace Call, Zomer Trace Call. It's a knit along for everyone who likes trace. The yarn is a wholly inspired yarn by Bollicus. Here you can see the back. And the yarn is a merino and silk, like Seidenstrasse from Zitron. It's 65% merino, extra fine, and 35% silk. And it's going to be a cowl instead of the trace shawl I already have. So that is project number 2. Then we have project number 3. And that is actually in this bag now. It's the Knit and Stitch Bits bag with the peacock. And this is a test knit. And this test knit is for Sarah, who is Yarn Poetry. And she asked me if I wanted to knit her shawl. And I cannot show you a photo of it. I can tell you, however, the name. And the pattern is also in here. And the name is A Little Princess Shawl. Let's see, the picture still has to be inserted. So it's even a mystery to me how it looks in total. I only saw a little piece of the lace that's going in there. And I really liked it. And you are going to be needing 400 meters of yarn for the fingering version. And this is what I have now, just a plain stockinette with a beautiful shaping. It's going to be a crescent shawl, and I love that shape. And I think it was about 1.5 to 180 wide and 40 high, so not too high but really long, and I'm really looking forward to the end result. And I am knitting this in my soft sock base in that beautiful skein of mint chip that I had problems with putting in the shop because I loved it so much, but I didn't have a reason to keep it. Well, this was the perfect reason to keep it, Sarah, so thank you. And I am knitting these on what was it, 3.5mm high sharps, and this is perfect for my high. So no losing stitches here. Yeah, I guess nothing else to say about this. I am dyeing, or actually I have dyed more of this colorway, so I can put it in the shop now. So it's really nice. I have about 4 weeks to finish this, and I have been knitting a lot on this already. In between my exploration station I did it, but the rounds are getting longer. I'm about 160 stitches now, so it takes a long time, especially with the purling. And yeah, well, number 3. And then there's the last knitting project, which is in this Knit and Stitch Bits bag, and it is a pair of socks, because like I said, I fixed that yesterday, that I wasn't working on any socks. I thought I really want to get on with my jelly rolls. I saw them on Puk Vos on her vlog, and I thought, yes, I really have to go on. Or was it on her Instagram? I have seen them at Puk. And I thought, yes, I have to go on with those because I love that pattern. So yesterday evening I decided I wanted to knit the cuff. And this is just a messy bag. It's always on my couch and I put everything in there that I have lying around. So I'm knitting these with these 2 yarns. And I have the tags in here also. This one is Knit Picks Straw Hand Painted. Like punky hand painted, sorry. And the socks are on the ground. And the other one, yes, here it is, the blue one, is Robust by Idena. Slitesterk och maskinvaskbaar. So I think it's very sturdy and machine washable or something. And yesterday evening on Instagram I posted a photo that I was working on the blue cuff, and now I have attached them. So I only have one cuff left. I really stated I am not starting a new sock. This is just the second part of the cuff because you started on the second needle. And that was what's also in here. I'm knitting these on higher sharps. The blue one, which is a fixed circular, and these very cute new sock-sized interchangeables, which have a beautiful pink cable. And I must say I love my interchangeables even more than my fixed ones, because the cable is a bit more flexible. And if you hear that sound, that's my laptop, which is at the other end of the room. So I really hope you can't hear that, but it sounds like a vacuum cleaner at the moment. And I'm not sure what is wrong with that. So last time I showed this, I was only at the first cuff with this marker, and now I am here. So I didn't do a lot, but I did enough. And yeah, it's a cute pattern. And I want to wear those socks. It would have been nice if I just left my bag open and put the project also in there. So that was the knitting project. And I will see what's wrong with my laptop, because this is just not good. I turned it off. That one's quiet now. I think then it's time to go to spinning. And for spinning, I will start with this one. This is my hand spinner, made by my father-in-law, and I did a little bit on it. And I only have this much left of the mini bed by Dutch Will Diva. I will get it out of the baggie. It's better. Here you can see it. It's brown with yellow, bit of whites in it, orange. It's really pretty, and I am trying to spin this thick. And if I want to scare Leia, I should do this, because she was so curious that she came to me when I was doing this, and she stuck her head forward while I was just doing this. So you can imagine what happened. It was like block, and it hit her in the head. And every time I get it, she runs away very scared. So I will just make sure I will put it away, because she's sitting right there not looking at me. So that's that. And I have been working on that one. I also have been working on this one. I showed it to you last time when it was almost full, as to my idea of full, and I got it all off. I didn't really wind it nicely on there, and it collapsed. So I put it on the toilet paper roll, which was the best thing I could find. Come on. Yeah. There is Binx again. There is the Binx again. So with this one, I'm really being very carefully with winding it. I hope you can see that. I'm really trying to wind it in a pretty way. Here you can see the bottom. So I hope I can manage to keep that up. So, cats and spindles, bad combination. This is the fluff I am spinning, which I really love, and I have no clue where to buy that, so I have to ask where at New Age Spinning where she got it, and if she just sells it like it is, because I just love that rainbow. And it's in this cute little box, which I will close so it is safe again from the Binx mister. And the Binx mister is staying with me apparently. Oh yes, you are. So I have also been dyeing my first non-superwash fiber, and it's not a pretty braid because it's already prepped for spinning. I already spin with this, and the colors are pretty off at the moment, I think, because I had to put on the light because we're probably getting a thunderstorm in a bit. It's really getting dark outside. And yeah, like I said, I have been spinning on this already, and I have already spun up half of the braid. This is 50 grams, and it is a 100% Falkland, and as you can see, it's really nice and thin, and I'm actually amazed by myself. It's pretty even, and it will make a perfect two-ply. These are definitely not my colors. It's really pastel and pinkish, and it's all my mom's color. So when I spin this and it's done, it's for my mother, and she can make something pretty of it. She's a bit scared because it's non-superwash, and she says, what can I make with it? If I make a shawl, it will be sweaty and I can't wash it. If I make a hat, it can't be washed because it will be dirty from grease. So she's probably gonna make 2 fingerless mittens or something, or wrist warmers, and yeah, we will see how it turns out. But I really love it, and the Falkland is indeed easier to spin than merino. So that's that. Next one I spun, let me make sure this is cat safe, and this is cat safe. Yeah, I have to be washed and I have to be cuddled. Yes, oh yes. Then there was this. It is mountain sheep. Hope you can see that. Focus, pretty one. Focus. There it is, mountain sheep. And this is, from what I learned after I first spun this, more for felting than for spinning. So it's really robust. It's just sturdy and scratchy. I spun a little bit of it after I finished my braid because I love that color. Oh, Binx, you're a charmer. You just want to scratch and do everything right. So, maybe I should call this one the Binx show. And when I did that, I thought this is horrible. Only small pieces, and yeah, it wasn't fun at all. So I only did a little bit, and then I put it away. I thought, I do want to finish this because I love that yellow, but it's not worth doing it now because it's too difficult, and actually I put it away for 1.5 weeks. I finished that the bats because I didn't really like that because they were also very short. Well, merino has a short staple, so that's logical. This one is even shorter. I did also work on the Falkland. I worked on those spindles, and I thought, oh, let me just get this. I will just split it in 2 and then do 1 bobbin, and then the other one I will do with this. And yesterday evening it just went perfectly, and I have a beautiful, almost even, well, not perfectly even, but even enough for a beautiful, yeah, natural kind of looking yarn. And I'm really more into soft and slick and nice rounded yarns, but this will just be pretty. Someone said I could knit a beautiful Jacobus, which is a monkey, and I'm not a fan of that pattern. I'm not a fan of knitting and crocheting animals in general, but I saw a hippo and I loved that pattern and the look of the little thing. So I think I will make a little hippo with this. I do have to find a pattern, but yeah, this will be fun. And you don't need much yarn, and this won't be a lot of yarn because it's only 50 grams. So I think that was it for the Tour de Fleece. And while saying that, no it wasn't, because I dyed more fiber. I dyed this one, which is a superwash Cheviot. And here you can see the braid. It has a lot of white in it. And this feels really weird now that I have touched the non-superwash Falkland. This is just, I'm not sure, like a spongy, fibery weirdness. I might be more fan of non-superwash, which is really, really weird for me. And then there is this one. Leia! Complaining again, she went on the big table. I have flowers on my tables and she loves flowers. So I dyed this one, and maybe you can see it. This is a corridale with a high gloss nylon, and that high gloss nylon makes it sparkly and glittery. Let me find another spot for you where you can maybe see it. Yeah, here in the yellow maybe. So, because corridale also had a long staple, I was told, and corridale and Falkland would be very nice to spin with. And well, I had this in my stash, plain white. I thought I would make it something pretty. A bit mermaid colors, I think. I really love that. And I will have to spin all that first before I decide if I want to dye roving for the shop. Because I want to see how the color sticks, and if you spin it, if your hands get dirty, and if you wash it, if it bleeds, and because I don't dare to really rinse it, because I'm so scared of felting it. So let me check my notes, people, because this episode is apparently already a long one, and I'm very, very happy I decided that I was going to split up the acquisitions. So I will have some more acquisitions next time. They are mostly spinning related, maybe even all spinning related. Let me see. Yep, that's all, folks, for works in progresses. So I have put my stuff in this beautiful bag. Let me see. Yeah, on this side. Creativity takes courage. And there is some pretty stuff in here. First, let me get this box. And this box came all the way from the UK. And there will be some crinkling, because crinkling is awesome. And in here were 2 skeins of pretty yarn, all the way from Sarah of Sarah's Textures Craft. Let me pronounce it right. Sarah's Texture Crafts. And her website is sarahstexturecrafts.com. There you can order her pretty things. She also has fiber. She has a lot of beautiful stuff. So let me get that out of the baggie. I unpacked mine, of course. It's beautiful with speckles and stuff. Here you can see it's the luxury sock base. And that is a superwash merino for 80%, 10% nylon, and 10% cashmere. Yay! It's an MC and it is so soft. And it would be a shame to knit socks from it, I think. This should be something like a shawl or something really squishy next to my face. So I'm already thinking what I will make with this. This is 400 meters and 100 grams, by the way. So And there was also a beautiful, nice card with a letter, and here is her business card. Here you can see Sarah. Come on, focus you. It's the light probably which makes it focus late. I will not show you the other side because her phone number is also on there, and I'm not sure if she wants that. She's based in Devon, and well, visit her website for all your addiction needs. That's funny. So the website is also on the front. And yeah, there's also a second skein because, like I told you, the podcast will be turning 1 soon, and that's for the anniversary. And as you can see, Colourful Creativity Podcast winner. Yay! This one is for you guys, or at least for the winner. And I'm not sure because it's still closed and the envelope is also closed, so I'm not sure what's in there for you in your letter. But I am allowed to tell you that there is a coupon code for her shop. So the coupon code is Colourful Creativity, all in capital letters, and it's 10% off of the first order from www.sarahstexturecrafts.com, and it's valid until the 30th September of this year, 2016, and 1 use per person. You can see the colors all going weird now. That's because it's getting darker and darker outside. So you think it's summer, I don't need my daylight lamps. Well, so all the info will be in subtitles here, and of course also in the show notes. And rest me to say thank you so much, Sarah. I really, really love it. And I'm pretty sure one of my viewers will also really love it when he or she wins this. Then there is more because I ordered things. Oh dear, I ordered things. I was naughty. Was I naughty? Nah, I can't say that it's naughty. I just loved spinning so much that I wanted some extra things. And I heard a lot about fondant fiber, so I thought, let me check it out. And I ordered something. Look at this beautiful thing. This is a superwash merino and nylon combed top, and it is so soft. Laya's just going through the acquisitions now. Really, really soft. And it's combed, so it's a bit more airy and fluffy. And the color is deep and meaningful. It's 100 grams. And yeah, this is a beautiful thing for making socks when you spin it in the right thickness. So this will be put away until I can. And that's not the only thing I ordered. I also ordered some organic hand lotion, handmade knitter soap in the scent Tea Rose, and I left it in here because I wanted to show you how pretty it is packed. And there's a whole thing written on the back how to use it. So my exploration station will be the first one washed and blocked with that beautiful soap. That was not the only thing. I thought I was in need of more project bags, and I really, really liked it. It is a yellowish with some silvery birds on it with leaf patterns, and it's really nice and big, and it has a simple lining, but it's really nice and sturdy. I don't think there's not a lot of interfacing in here, but it's really nice and big. I think I could easily fit in a sweater quantity. And maybe the material is even so nice and slick that you can put in your fiber, but I'm not sure yet. I will have to try. So, only thing I was a little bit less impressed of is that there's holes here and here, so you can lose your small things in there. But I will just know that now and keep it in mind. And then there was also a beautiful, beautiful gift, and I did not even unpack it, which I will do now. There is a nice bag of organic English breakfast tea by Clipper. But even more interesting, of course, is this beautiful sample, which is a Rambouillet in the colorway Secret Garden. And a Tour de France inspired stitch marker with a thank you business card. And here you can see the shop, www.fondantfiber.com. So thank you very, very much. I really, really loved it. So this will be such a joy to spin. So I have to put this aside, so I will be able to show you my next thing. Because that wasn't the only thing from the UK. Actually, all my acquisitions here today are from the UK. Wonder where they make the pretty stuff? Go to the UK. Because I also heard a lot of good things about Nunoko. So I thought I'd order some fluff there. This is the patchouli colorway. And the light is really not doing it justice. I think I might be inserting photos at the right points of everything when the light is good again. This is the agate colorway. It's a really lovely blue, yeah, more petrol kind of teal colors. And there were also two little samples with it, matching the colors I ordered, like a pinkish and a tealish, which is really nice and thoughtful. So I put those away again, and Nunoko is on Etsy, nunoko.etsy.com, I think. Yeah. Can you see that? Nunoko.etsy.com, which is really clever. Those little bags, and it's on top. Awesome. Yeah, that was it for the acquisitions this time. Like I said, there's more, and all spinning related. No yarn. I have to make the yarn myself. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And of course that drum carder I will show you next time when I ask my hubby to dig it out of the closet, because it's all the way in the back, the only place it fit. I put all my spindles and other stuff in front of it. Silly me. And that beast weighs about 5.5 kilos, so it's not like you get it out easily. So yes, shop news then. Yeah, I've been putting things in the shop now. I have made photos last week, then a migraine hit me, and I thought, nope, not today, not gonna put them in the shop today. So I did some editing this week, and I put a lot of things in there already, and when this goes live there will be even more in there, because today I will do the rest of the photos, because I just want to have it done. And then that means there will be interchangeable needles in the shop, loose, just the cables and the tips. There are some new stitch marker sets, there are loose stitch markers, there's yarn, new yarn. The two I have here, not yet, because they haven't been photographed. I just took them off the line yesterday. They were just dry yesterday. I will show you in a bit. But I had some other things already done. The shawl set for Lisa's garden shawl is already in the shop. I made a special offer price of it from 40 euros. Normal price would be 42.50-ish. So I took a little bit off because it's a set price. I like that. And I think I will be dyeing more of those. I saw that Regina is going to publish her pattern soon. She used my photo I made on the little bench in Germany as one of her featured photos, which is really awesome. And yeah, I really love the idea of that. So yeah, well, what can I say? Yay, the thunderstorm starts. Flashy. So what did I dye? I dyed 2 more mint chips, and as you can see, these are different lengths. This is the old length, this is the new length, and both look beautiful. So the pattern will be looking a little bit different than I am knitting. This is a short one, so there will be a little bit more spacing in between, but I think it will look lovely still. And it's a minty green, bit of a neon minty green with some black spots in there. So, and as you can see, it's really nice and fluffy. It's a really soft sock yarn. That's why it's called soft sock, of course. So, well, yeah, I think before the noise really starts to get overwhelming from the thunderstorm, I will cut this episode short. And not much to tell you. I have a clip from my garden, which is made yesterday or the day before when the sun was shining, and it was really pretty. Not everything was in full bloom, so I probably will be doing a clip again in 2 or 3 weeks. And so in 2 weeks in the podcast or in 4 weeks in the podcast. There is a clip of me spinning, or at least trying to spin with. I get my spinning wheel out now, and the cats jump on me and want to help by eating the yarn that I just made, which of course is not really helpful, but it was quite funny. So you can see how I spin, and I'm not sure if I showed you last time actually. Maybe it was in the last episode already and I didn't delete the clip. That would be pretty silly. I'm not sure, I'm sorry. Or it was a question I got last episode and then I decided to do it in the next episode. So sorry if I already showed it to you and I'm talking rubbish now. I am a bit distracted because it's really starting to rain here and the windows and everything is open. So I would just say goodbye to you guys and add photos of everything that needs to be color correct. And see you back in 2 weeks. Bye bye. Have a nice summer and happy knitting.